What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Goblin, and today we're coming in with a classic video, an old school summer school story. Hey, hope you guys enjoy it. Drop a like if you do. And also, real quick here, I want to mention, listen, man, YouTube just tried to give me a strike on my channel the other day. And what that does is it prevents me from uploading or streaming on YouTube for a week, right? Obviously, that strike got revoked because I'm uploading right now and telling you guys about it. But the reason I tell you this is because it's more than likely that this is going to happen many more times in the future. When this happens, I always tweet about it and I stream on Twitch. So be sure to go follow my Twitch, man. If I ever get striked on here and I can't upload for a week, all my content is going on Twitch, man. So be sure you go follow that right now, man. You don't want to miss out on there. Thank you guys for being patient for the upload. You know, I planned on putting this video up sooner, but obviously, literally on my birthday, YouTube gave me a strike and it canceled my birthday stream. I had to move to Twitch, so that kind of sucked. Hey, fuck them, dude. Assholes. You know what, Susan? I'm pissed. All right, let's dive right into it. So, this is a classic, an ancient old summer school story, as I mentioned before. And me and my classmate, Sam, who is a longtime friend of mine, I've mentioned him plenty of times, we decided on this particular day that we weren't really having this summer school shit anymore. We were like, you know what? Enough is enough. We're bored as hell. This was like well over halfway through the semester, so we already kind of knew that we were probably failing this anyway, so we really didn't care anymore. So we were chatting a little bit. You know, we sat at the same table, and we were like, yo, dude, on this next break, like, we should get up and dip, right? Like, we should just get out of here. Let's go get fucked up, right? And we'd been discussing a little bit our plans, and it turned out that he had some bars on him, and I had a little bit of bud. Now, obviously, I didn't really want to get barred out on this day. In fact, I was really trying to get drunk. It was a nice summer day, and this was the point in my life where I was drinking pretty much every day, you know? This was a little bit before my Xanax phase actually begun. Like, I at this point, I think I'd maybe dabbled in them. I don't really exactly remember, but I was definitely an alcoholic at this point. So my objective here was to get drunk, okay? Homie Sam here, though, he wanted to get barred. So I was like, yo, we could maybe combine forces and, like, make something happen here. So our break rolls around, and we just walk out to the parking lot and hop in my car and skedaddle, right? We're sitting in my car with the AC on because it's hot as all hell outside, dude. It is very hot. It was like the end of July. It was toasty, dude. We're sitting in my car with the AC on, and we're trying to figure out what to do. I'm on Snapchat hitting people up. And of course, the one and only, the boy Michael hits me back first, right? He hits me back. You know, I hit him up and I was like, yo, dude, what are you doing? I'm with Sam. Let's link. And Michael's like, yo, dude, I'm chilling at my house. You know, you should come through. And Michael wasn't really that tight with Sam. You know, he like kind of knew him, but didn't really know him that well. So he was still kind of asking, he was like, who are you bringing over? And I was like, Sam. And he was like, Sam who? So I kind of had to explain, like, oh, you know, it's my boy. He's in my summer school class. We're tight, you know, because prior to summer school, I wasn't really tight with Sam. So I wasn't really bringing him around a lot of my friends. And Michael was kind of a new friend of mine too. But either way, he was like, yeah, both you guys just come over, right? So we slide on over to Michael's house, and we're all chilling, right? We get there, and Michael's parents were never home during the day. It was perfect, dude. We could always go over there and get something going, right? So we go over there, and right off the bat, Sam offers Michael some bars, right? He's like, yo, dude, listen, I'll throw you a bar just for having us here, right? Keeping us in the air conditioning. I appreciate it. So he throws him a bar right off the bat, and then he offers me 2 of them. He's like, yo, dude, I'll throw you 2 for bringing the weed, right? I'm like, dude, fuck that. Honestly, I don't really want them. I just want some liquor. Like, if you guys have any money, maybe we could throw to liquor. They're all, of course, you know, everyone in the friend group was broke. We're all broke. Dude, of course, the homies had like maybe $5 on them. And I was like, okay, liquor's not happening. Like, we gotta figure out, you know, maybe stealing it or something, right? So we roll up a blunt and we discuss it, right? We're chilling in Michael's living room. We roll up a blunt. And whenever his parents weren't home, it was nice because you could bring his Xbox to his living room. And we were I remember, dude, we were grinding some BO1 zombies for a little bit, dude. I remember we were sitting there running that Kino stage like it was the fucking main stage of COD Champs, dude. It was insanity. We were going crazy, dude. We probably made it to like round 20, but man, we felt like some scump out there, dude. We felt like some beasts, dude. But either way, so we're gaming for a little bit. We smoke a blunt, you know, we chill out. Maybe 30 minutes after we smoke the blunt, we decide, like, okay, enough is enough. We need to get drunk too, you know? The boys are trying to drink, and obviously I'm not trying to pop a bar because I'm also trying to drink. You can't drink very much if you're barred out, and it's also terribly dangerous. But listen, at the time, danger was not really my concern. It was more so just like I wanted to get super drunk, and bars were going to prevent that. You know, bars are going to make it so I take 2 shots and pass out. No, thank you, okay? So I was like, boys, let's go to the grocery store. I'll steal some liquor. I just need someone to come in with me so I'm a little more comfortable, you know? At this point, I still got kind of nervous with the stealing. In my junior year of high school, I got a lot better at it. But at this point, I was still kind of a novice to the liquor stealing, right? But of course, Sam volunteers. He's like, dude, I'll go in the grocery store with you, no problem. Michael's like, bet, dude, I'll sit in your car as like the getaway driver, right? If no one's following you guys out, then I'll just hop in shotgun, right? So we all hop in my car and I drive over to the grocery store, which is literally maybe a block over from Michael's house. Like we used to walk to it all the time, but since we're stealing, we wanted a little getaway vehicle. So for those of you guys who maybe are newer to the channel, you might not be familiar with some of my older stories, but in a lot of my older ones, a common theme was I used to go to this liquor store, or not this liquor store, this grocery store, and steal liquor to either A, make money, or B, just get drunk almost every other day. It's genuinely a miracle that I'm not in prison for this. I stole so much liquor, an ungodly amount. I chalk it up to back then, they probably just didn't have asset protection yet. They totally do now, but like back in the day, I feel like they probably didn't. You know, I was like I was a trailblazer of the liquor stealing at this store, if you will. But either way, so we pull up to this store, and me and Sam go walk inside, and we grab one of those little handheld baskets, right? And how this store is laid out is, you know, there's 2 doors. You go in the entrance on the right, and it's where, like, the bakery and, like, all that shit is. And then you go in on the left, and it's where the liquor and the pharmacy are, right? So obviously, we go in on the left, and Sam and I, you know, I grab a basket, and we go over to the freezer section, and Sam is just kind of following my lead. He's just kind of following me through the store, and I'm kind of pretending to look through shit, and Sam's like, well, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, we got to get some liquor, and I'm like, bro, we got to act like grocery shoppers. Like, we have to, like, grab something that's frozen, you know? Like, we have to be inconspicuous here. We can't just go straight to the liquor. We're, like, 16, bro. Like, I didn't, obviously, you know, I'm pretty sure we were all 16 at this point. I think Michael might have been, like, a little younger. I think he was 15 still. But either way, dude, we were all young as hell at this point. And I'm like, dude, like, we're literally kids. We can't just go walk over to the liquor and grab it. Like, they're going to know something's up immediately. Like, we got to be cool, you know? Honestly, it was all just mind games I was playing with myself. I really should have just beeline straight to the liquor and grabbed it and left. That really is honestly the best way to steal. You just got to brute force it, bro. Don't go lurk around the store trying to hide shit. They have cameras everywhere. They know. The moment they pick it, you pick it up. They know, okay? You just got to grab that shit and leave before they get to you, okay? So obviously, I'm in the freezer section with Sam, and I'm sitting there, and I end up picking out some ice cream sandwiches. I'm like, yo, this would slap today, dude. Some ice cream Sammies, dude. This looks wonderful. So I grab a box of them, you know, I put them in my little basket, and then I walk to the back of the freezer section and go to the left, and I loop around to the back of the liquor section, right? Because they're adjacent to each other. And in the back, coincidentally, is all the whiskeys, you know? Just what I was looking for. So, you know, I go in there, and I'm looking at all the dark liquors, all the whiskeys. They got you Jack Daniels, you Jaeger. And at the time, I was a huge Jack Daniels guy. So I snagged 2 bottles of Jack. And then they also had 2 liters of soda over there. So, of course, I got a 2-liter of Coca-Cola, dude. I was like, no question. Hook me up. You know, this is the loadout right here. So now that I've got this in my basket, I'm starting to get a little nervous. Because, you know, like I said before, I'd stolen from this grocery store a lot. But that feeling never really goes away. You know, like you get a little better at stealing and you kind of realize when you're about to get fucked or not. But it just never goes away. As soon as you put that liquor in there, it's like I just knew I was so obviously too young to have it. Like everyone around me knew it was just fucked. So I grab it and I put it in my basket. And I look over to Sam and I'm like, all right, bro, like you ready to go? And he's like, yeah. And the liquor section is very conveniently, right? Very conveniently, literally situated right in front of an exit. And there's nobody, this is not like a Walmart or a Target. There's nobody at the exits here. There's no employees checking your receipt. It's one of those places where you could just walk in and walk out. So that's exactly what we did. I've got my basket, and I come from the left side of the store, and I remember I'm just making dead eye contact with this pharmacy woman. This, I don't know, pharmacy tech, whatever the term is, this lady behind the pharmacy counter. She's just giving me the stankiest eye I've ever gotten, bro. And I'm looking over, and I'm like, yo, dude, what's going on here, dude? Like, this is horrible. And as I'm getting close to the entrance, I guess there was an employee. I'm going to assume there was an employee behind me. I didn't turn around. I'm going to assume there was an employee behind me because she kind of looked past me. She didn't look at me, but she looked past me and she was like, excuse me, like she was flagging someone down, like really importantly, right? But it wasn't directed at me. And the only thing crossing my mind is like, dude, she's flagging, like she's snitching on me. I gotta go. So I bolt, dude. I remember I bolt past Sam, and Sam starts running with me. As soon as I started running, we fly back out to the whip, dude. We jump back in my car. I don't know why we let him do this. We made it home fine, but we got double barred out fucking Michael on this shit. I think he took one bar. Either way, barred out Michael. This guy was sent, dude. He wasn't that barred, like super barred, but this guy definitely should not have been driving. But our hearts were thumping. We were not thinking like that. We sprint out and we jump in the car. No one even chased us out, bro. But we didn't give a shit. We didn't look back until we were in the whip, right? We run out to the car, bro, and jump in that bitch, basket and everything. I hop in shotgun, bro. It was fucked up. And at this point, I still had that little two-seater, right? I still had that old little Honda Accord. So we had to, I had to let Sam in first. He had to dive in back. Then I had to get in shotgun. It was fucked up, dude. It was fucked up, right? But we figured it out either way. We get back in this car, and we whip back to Michael's house. Michael spins the block. He goes back. We get to his house, and we make it back safe. And we divvy up our loot, right? We've now got 2 bottles of Jack and a 2-liter of Coke. And obviously, we've got 2 bottles. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, dude, I got to turn this into weed somehow. So, of course, I go on Snapchat and I post on my story, the good old-fashioned, hey, man, anyone need a bottle, man? Hit me. I got you right, dude. Hit me up, man. $30 for this whole bottle. I got you. Listen, I was taxing kids, bro. It depended on the day. Like, if I only had 1 bottle, I'd tax. If I sold a lot of bottles, then I'd run some good deals to move them quick and buy some weed, right? It depended on the day. But on this day, I was like, I still have a little bit of bud in my pocket. We're able to get drunk. We're fucked up. I'm not in any rush. Let's get some good money for this. So I posted on my story, and we sit back down in Michael's living room and just get back to playing some zombies. But this time, we are drinking, dude. We are sipping good, dude. We are just, oh my Lord, we're going crazy, right? And we drink, and we drink, and we drink. And we're all, oh my Lord, dude. Listen, don't drink on Xanax like my friends did. That's my pro tip here out of this video. That's what you should really be gathering here. But my friends were so shit-faced compared to me that maybe an hour into it, Michael was keeled over the toilet vomiting. Sam was honestly taking it like a champ, dude. Sam was taking it like Muhammad Ali, bro. That motherfucker was taking every hit the bars were giving him, dude. That shit was crazy. And me, I was just smacked out of my mind, bro. I was just absolutely wasted on the couch, dude. I remember sitting there trying to play Keno, bro, and the whole living room was just like spinning, bro. It was like someone put me on one of those pedestals that you put a car on where it just spins around, It felt like the whole couch I was sitting on was on that, and I was just tweaking out. I was like, bro, like, where the hell am I? What's going on? And maybe an hour or 2 later, I'm so drunk, I realized I hadn't checked my Snapchat in a minute. I busted open, there was like 3 or 4 people trying to buy this fucking bottle, dude. So I'm going through, and I'm like, oh shit, who am I going to sell it to? Who am I going to sell it to? And finally, I settle, right? There's a girl who, of course we're going to call her Ashley, right? Ashley swipes up. She's like, yo, let me buy that bottle, I need to cop that. I'm like, hey, say less, I got you, Ashley, hey, come on through, cop this bottle. She pulls on over to Michael's house and buys this bottle for the 30. Dude didn't even try to negotiate. Just said straight up, give me the bottle, I'll pay that price. So now I've got 30 more bucks in my pocket. The only thing I'm thinking here is I'm like, dude, we got to get high right now, right? We got to get high literally right now. So we call the one and only Bill, the legendary Virgin Bill. this was the old days, back when him being a virgin wasn't really that bad of a thing yet. It wasn't really bad at all, you know. We were like 16, you know, like whatever, dude. But now we're grown ass men, so now we're really trying to help him out with that. But back at the time, no big deal, you know. It's whatever. So listen. He pulls up, and he was always the mid-man, dude. If you ever had $25 and needed an 8, this is your guy, okay? This is the dude you need to talk to, right? So he pulls up, and of course, he's got what was presumably probably OG Kush, or he'd always... Whenever he said he had good weed, he'd always say the same strain. That was the funniest thing. Garlic butter, the signature, dude. He could have falsely advertised it to us as quote-unquote garlic butter, dude. Who knows? But either way, he pulled up. We got that 30 sack off him, and he even matched me on it. We blew down the whole thing, had some drinks. And I remember I even crashed on Michael's couch, dude. I slept for God knows how long, but I remember I crashed so long, I didn't wake up until his parents got home, dude. It was wild as hell. Hey. It was a hoot of a day, dude. I took a nice little drunk nap, nice little hoot nap on Michael's couch. We stained some liquor. We got out of summer school. Hey, you can't have a much better day than that. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, dude, in case I ever get a strike again. We don't want that to happen, man. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, gamers.